New York City glows differently during the holiday season, and this year, that glow became even brighter as several beloved stars from 90 Day Fiancé arrived to celebrate the festivities together. The streets buzzed with energy, fans filled the sidewalks hoping to catch a glimpse, and the vibrant mix of cultures that defines both NYC and the 90-day universe merged into one unforgettable holiday moment. Today's episode takes you deep inside that magical celebration. A night filled with laughter, reunions, surprises, romance, secret tension, unexpected friendships, and an authentic look at how these reality TV favorites brought holiday magic to the Big Apple. From Times Square to Central Park, from festive dinners to emotional confessions, this is the complete story of what really happened when the 90 Day Fiancé stars took over New York City during the holiday season. As the sun set behind Manhattan's skyline, the city's iconic holiday lights flickered to life, setting the perfect stage for what was coming. The evening began at Rockefeller Center, where the massive Christmas tree towered over the plaza, shimmering with more than 50,000 lights. For the cast members, it wasn't just another holiday attraction. It was a symbol of how far they had come since sharing their lives on television. Coupled with a sense of nostalgia and a whirlwind of memories, each star arrived with their own emotional baggage, hopes, and expectations. Some were here to reconnect with their partners, others came to relax after months of online drama, while a few wanted to escape tensions brewing in their relationships. Yet underneath it all, every one of them carried a story that was ready to unfold as the city welcomed them with open arms. The first pair to arrive was Kalani and Asuelu, who, despite their rocky journey, seemed more at peace than usual. The crisp winter air felt refreshing compared to the stress-filled months they had endured. Kalani, dressed in a cozy off-white coat with soft fur lining, was all smiles as she looked up at the towering Christmas tree. Asuelu, wrapped in a navy winter jacket, couldn't stop giggling as he attempted small TikTok dances near the tree, drawing the attention of fans. But behind their cheerful expressions, a silent question lingered. Were they truly back together or simply playing it cool for the holidays? New York, with its charm and romance, had a way of making couples see what they were afraid to confront. At the same time, Michael and Angela made a dramatic appearance, because of course they did. They arrived bickering, which has become their signature moment on the show. Angela yelled about the cold, complaining that New York was freezing her bones, while Michael tried to calm her down, reminding her that millions of people dream of experiencing NYC in December. Fans gathered instantly, snapping photos, some even recording the moment Angela pointed at a street vendor and dramatically exclaimed that she needed hot chocolate now. Despite the arguments, the two held hands tightly as they walked, proving once again that their relationship, complicated as it is, still has some flame burning beneath the chaos. Soon after, Jovi and Yara entered the scene with their typical movie star aura. Yara looked stunning in a long beige trench coat paired with knee-high boots, while Jovi carried their daughter Mila bundled in a fluffy pink jacket. Yara kept talking about how she wanted to experience every holiday moment New York had to offer, from ice skating to holiday markets. Jovi, on the other hand, seemed more interested in finding the nearest bar. But when Mila pointed excitedly at the giant Christmas tree, even Jovi couldn't resist smiling. This moment reminded them, and all of us, of how far they've come as a family. Then came Ed and Liz, a couple whose relationship had been a roller coaster from the start. They arrived quietly, perhaps trying to avoid attention, but that didn't help much. Fans recognized them instantly. Liz appeared calm and collected, while Ed seemed eager to keep the mood positive. "This trip is about healing," he whispered to her, though whether Liz believed him remained unclear. They stood silently for a moment, taking in the beauty of the tree, almost as if hoping for some holiday magic to fix what months of arguments could not. Next, Sean and Jay, a pair fans hadn't seen together in a while, joined the group. Their reunion stirred curiosity instantly. Although they maintained a respectful distance, something in their gaze hinted at conversations that hadn't yet been spoken aloud. Jay commented on how he had never seen a Christmas tree so big. Sean laughed, remarking how this reminded her of the old days when things were simpler. It was a nostalgic moment, one that reminded the audience of how the past always finds a way to return during the holidays. As the cast mingled, small groups formed naturally. Kalani started talking to Yara about shopping spots, while Asuelu and Jovi discussed nightlife in Manhattan. Michael tried convincing Ed to try some authentic Nigerian holiday meals later in the night. Angela, meanwhile, shouted excitedly about how they should all take photos together because this is history. The chaotic mix of personalities created a vibrant atmosphere, the kind that only the 90-Day Fiancé cast could produce. After an hour at Rockefeller Center, the entire group shifted toward Bryant Park's Winter Village, a place filled with the charm of small boutique shops, cheerful vendors, festive music, and an ice skating rink glowing under twinkling lights. The stars walked through the pathway lined with stalls offering handmade jewelry, warm pretzels, holiday ornaments, and artisanal chocolates. Yara practically dragged Jovi from stall to stall, pointing out decorations she wanted to bring home. Kalani bought matching scarves for her kids. Michael purchased roasted chestnuts and insisted everyone try them, while Angela kept complaining about the crowd, though her face clearly showed she was having fun. At the ice skating rink, the drama took a comedic turn. Asuelu, overly confident about his skating skills, stepped onto the ice and immediately slid across like a cartoon character losing balance. The entire cast burst into laughter. Even Ed couldn't stop laughing, repeatedly saying, "Bro, you almost flew into the tree." Meanwhile, Liz gently skated around the rink, surprisingly graceful. Jovi attempted to skate with Myla in his arms, but within seconds realized he was not built for ice. Yara rolled her eyes, telling him, "I told you not to try, you stubborn shrimp," which made fans laugh loudly from the sidelines. What truly warmed hearts that night was seeing unexpected friendships form. Angela, known for her explosive energy, softened when she saw Myla struggle to keep her tiny mitten on. She kneeled down, adjusted it gently, and whispered, "Stay warm, baby girl." Yara watched, surprised but grateful. Kalani and Liz sat together sipping hot cider, speaking about how sometimes life behind the cameras can feel overwhelming. Jay and Asuelu ended up in a deep conversation about fatherhood and responsibility, a moment no one expected, yet it felt genuine. As the night continued, the group made their way to Central Park, where holiday lights wrapped around tree branches, creating a magical winter tunnel. Snow began falling lightly, adding a cinematic feel to the moment. The cast walked together, some linking arms, others simply soaking in the quiet beauty the park offered. For a few minutes, the chaos disappeared. No arguments, no cameras, no social media drama. Just a group of people who had shared their lives with the world, now sharing a peaceful winter stroll under the falling snow. During this serene walk, emotions bubbled to the surface. Conversations grew deeper. Liz told Kalani that she sometimes feels misunderstood by the audience. Kalani reassured her that viewers only see fragments of reality. Michael opened up to Jovi about the difficulties of maintaining trust in a long-distance marriage. Angela, surprisingly calm, admitted to Yara that she often reacts out of fear of losing people she cares about. Yara placed a comforting hand on her shoulder, telling her that vulnerability is not a weakness. The group eventually stopped at a small clearing in Central Park, where a local choir was singing Silent Night. Their voices echoed softly through the cold air. The cast stood in silence, listening, each of them reflecting on the past year. Their struggles, victories, heartbreaks, new beginnings, and unresolved stories felt like they were floating in the crisp night air. Some wiped tears quietly, others simply breathed deeper, appreciating the moment. To wrap up the night, they all headed to a cozy restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. The place was warm, decorated with holiday garlands, flickering candles, and soft jazz music. They sat around a long table, sharing food, laughter, and stories. There was no script here, no producers telling them what to say, just real conversations. As plates of roasted turkey, mashed potatoes, and seasonal desserts arrived, the atmosphere grew even more intimate. During dinner, Ed raised a small toast to a year full of crazy moments, big emotions, second chances, new beginnings, and the people who somehow make us feel normal even when the world thinks we're not. Everyone laughed, but they agreed. Kalani added, "We're like a big, messy, chaotic family, but when we come together like this, it feels right." Yara nodded. "And New York. She always knows how to make moments magical." For the first time in a long time, there was unity, genuine unity. The night ended with the entire group stepping outside into the quietly falling snow. New York City glowed behind them with its shimmering lights and holiday charm. They posed for a group picture, one that instantly went viral online. Fans were shocked, excited, emotional, and thrilled to see so many cast members together. And that's the magic of the holidays. A time when differences fade, hearts soften, and people come together in ways they never expected. This holiday trip didn't solve every problem, didn't heal every relationship, didn't erase every past mistake, but it created memories that reminded each star of what truly matters. A city filled with bright lights became even brighter as the 90-Day Fiancé cast celebrated the holidays together, bringing their own spark of magic to New York City. And as they parted ways, one thing became clear. No matter where their stories go next, this night would always remain one of the most unforgettable chapters in the entire 90-Day Fiancé universe.